going on, everybody, man? Let me just get right into it, right? I want to say or sum this up in a way of say you've been a fan of a team for the longest, maybe day one, whatever. You've been a fan of the team, so you know what your team has been, or what piece is missing, what you need, this and that. Not like you've been a fan of this team since day one, and some bum come over, kicks everybody off the team, and bring in bums of his choosing and shit. And then you got all these bums, clowns on TV talking about what they need to do, this and that, and this and that. None of that. I'm talking about being a pure fan. You've been a fan of this team, not jocking everywhere somebody goes. None of that stupid shit, right? This is why nobody watches NBA. Nobody's interested. Nobody cares about All-Star Weekend. Nobody cares about the finals. All right. And oh behold, if one particular bum went in the finals, now can you imagine if last year finals rating was just bad, but this year finals rating is bigger because one individual's not in there? But that basically would mean that it's that person nobody wants to see, right? But oh behold, NBA to keep on prompting and have clowns on TV trying to take players from other teams and bring them to more. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these stupid ass questions on YouTube from these shows. Oh, do you think if the Lakers get a big man, would they be championship bound? Or who should they get? Like I'm about to sit here and tell you niggas opinions on what big man they should get so y'all can talk about it on TV the next day. Because y'all think that's what everybody wants to hear. Y'all just don't get it. Y'all make it worse for this dude every time. But this is my problem, right? So I'm sitting here and I seen this a couple of days ago and I ain't paid attention to it because I'm like, they just talking shit. But here it is, you got Stephen A. Smith. The way the dude titled it, I know it's wrong, so I don't want to even read it because I know it's not fucking right. Like, God, I'm saying, calling out Damian Lillard, you need to leave the Trailblazers to win the title. Or maybe he did say it. What I want to do is listen to this shit and break down the yes and no, right? First off, one, they need to stop having dudes on TVs target a guy. Like, I've been a Portland fan since 07, 08. Then became a Memphis fan the very next year because of OJ Mayo, Marc Gasol is there, Rudy Gay and them boys is there. I think Mike Conley just came in. But Portland, though, was that same year where they should have got KD, but they got that fool Greg Oden. I'm just saying, this is how, it's 12 years, 13 years already. So I've been, when it comes to Portland, I know what the fuck, like, to some degree, I should know, like, who we should get and what we should use versus people on TV, professional people on TV sitting here telling us, like, how we supposed to win. So basically, they're saying between CJ or Dame, one of them has to leave to bring in assets for one of them to get it. Of course, they will probably say, Dame, why don't you just leave? You too great. Like, it's going to be hard to get somebody. How do y'all know, man? How do y'all know how hard? I mean, I can picture it being hard for somebody to want to go play in Cleveland. But how is it hard to bring somebody to Portland? How is it hard to bring somebody anywhere, really, if you're that person? Apparently, Cleveland is just one of those places where nobody wants to go play. I'm dead ass. Maybe now for the Browns. But Cleveland is a place where nobody wants to go unless you're drafted to that bitch. I'm not even trying to be funny on that. But I'm sick of them trying to get, talk about a star from one team to try to mix it up and tell them to, like, fucking go play for a different team. So, for example, basically, Dame Dollars, you need to go play with LeBron James. You need to go to the Lakers because blase, what they say on TV. And it's like, oh, so you're trying to break up a team. Like, that's what I'm saying. Interference, this and that. Trying to fuck. I was happy as hell when Dame Lillard said that I ain't going on no stack team. Whether he wants to or not, or maybe he wants to go to a chance where he gonna win, or maybe bring some motherfuckers there and win it that way. But he gotta say it that way so he don't get degraded by motherfuckers like me, or especially a fan like me that's a team of that. Right? We already had LaMarcus Big Nose Aldridge turncoat. LaMarcus Big Nose turncoat Aldridge sat up there on his LeBron stuff. Yeah. I just want to have a chance of winning. I just want to shoot my shot. Go to the San Antonio Spurs and ain't done nothing. Nothing. Listen. You was better with us. Your majority of your points and all that was from us. You should have just stayed there and grind it out. And this is another reason why nobody wants to watch the NBA, because you got these fools on TV who fucking spaz when KD went to the Warriors, spazzing now that Brooklyn Nets is thinking, well, who gonna beat LeBron James if LeBron James win? Then I don't want to hear nothing of these greatest, because he had to beat super teams and MJ ain't have to face no competition like. Shut up. These LeBron James fans don't know basketball. If you're 45, 50, 60 years old, professional basketball player, OG, you know nothing about basketball, because majority of it, you just hate Michael Jordan because he bust your ass. If you're a professional ball player saying you like LeBron James, MJ ain't have to worry about nobody 90s. You're just a loser because MJ bust that ass. All right, despite if you beat him up first, he still stayed, grind out, and beat your ass. That's why you mad. And you 45-year-olds that's regular like me, who's a LeBron James fan, don't know shit either, because you just mad because MJ is still the greatest in 2021 and you're fucking old. Enough of being nice. Enough of being nice to people. You got to call it with this. Go to a barbershop, you got some OG saying, well, Michael Jordan ain't had to face the level of competition. Shut your old ass up. Go get your damn edge up and beat it. Go get them 2 haircuts. Go get them 2 little lines trimmed and beat it. When it comes to these fools, we really have to exit them out and beyond. But let's get into it, because I don't want this really going as long as it should be. I don't want to keep seeming like a hater. As you see, I'm getting notifications back saying I'm salty, but it's LeBron James. It's you fans that's salty, huh? The fool sit here before I play. The fool just played Golden State Warriors last night. The motherfuckers. He always bullying some new kid that's shorter than him. But a new kid like Brandon Ingram or Zion Wilson, this bitch nigga is running. When it's a little ass dude, a rookie, a new kid like that white dude with the afro with the Warriors, dude, it is such pathetic. Don't y'all think it's pathetic when they gotta show 50 clips of this bum doing nothing really? Like that All-Star Weekend game was him just fucking laughing and missing dunks and layups and all that. And he got 1 dunk off. All they kept doing was showing that same ass dunk and that slow ass goofy Kool-Aid smile. Like, you got no other highlights to show but the same one. The motherfucker ain't played after the second quarter. He ain't played nothing, and they still showing quarter 1 dunks. Then I get on here today, and it got a 30-second video. This is how dumb you LeBron James fans is. I was sitting here being a smart ass. All I said was, it was like, it looked like LeBron James was sad for him. He was sad for him. I'm like, what'd he do? Being a smart ass. Like, what did he do that gotta be so sad for him? And these idiots in the comment section thought that I really didn't watch the video and didn't know what the fuck was going on. Then you got a smart ass co-signing thinking you went to explain. Now you niggas is feeling doo-doo. So you think by assaulting me, saying I'm salty, it's gonna get me mad. It's really not. Alright, I tell the truth over here when it comes to this bum. And it gets y'all mad every time. No matter who tells y'all the truth. But, oh yeah, the bum gonna sit there trying to get a foul. All I asked was, if the roles was reversed, this bitch ass nigga would be flopping. He would have fell to the ground. That shit he did with Derek against OKC, flopping him and D-Wade, flopping so many times, man, I don't respect none of that shit. The man flopped against Derek Fisher. The man flops. Draymond Green came over and did the same thing to this nigga, and this motherfucker was... And always gotta put his head down. Gotta faking and shit, man. At least Jimmy Butler was sitting there chrome faking, but he was sitting there looking to see if anybody paying attention. This motherfucker... Dude, I swear. God, dude, I can't stand this dude, man. Can't stand this punk ass fans, and I can't stand this shit. I can't stand TV because all they do is fucking make up phony shit. Now you're trespassing into my team's territory to try to get our star player to go ahead and leave because you're not gonna win with man. We can win with fucking CJ and Damian Lillard together. They both can combine 80 plus fucking points. But let's listen to Stephen A. Smith right quick.
Have to be moved for big time assets to join the other in Portland in order for Portland to capture a championship. Nurkic is an injury waiting to happen, and even when he's healthy, he doesn't play any defense, but he's big time offensively. You see the other parts around them, they're good, they're better than average.
Let me tell y'all something about Portland, all right, and Memphis. Between the two of them, all right? Like, Memphis was always a defensive team, but will hold you to their standards because they couldn't really score 100 points like that. Portland would do it, but Memphis will normally beat Portland because of their defense, all right? If the Portland would get past the Clippers, because we used to beat Chris Paul and all that. We used to beat them boys. Portland would get past the Clippers and normally lose in the second round because they'll either have to face OKC, the Spurs, or somebody dope. And the same thing for Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis Grizzlies majority lost to the Spurs or OKC in the playoffs every time. They lost to them too. When they finally ain't have to worry about them, Golden State Warriors there, and that's that first finals that they went to. When we was up 2-1, and they just let Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry was just going off. Either way, they always make the playoffs. They might not make it one year, but Portland be like on and off. But they'll they'll normally lose to Memphis, and then that's it. I don't know how the fuck we let A-Bum, A-Dumb, A-Softy, A-Bum, whatever the fuck you want to call him, light-skinned French fry in LA who's injured right now. I don't know how the fuck that Portland let them sweep us. I don't see how the Pelicans swept us, but it is what it is. All right. With that being said, because the bum wasn't in the West, with that being said, ain't nobody fucking, in order to beat LeBron James, you need a stacked team because you're not only facing him, you're facing him, the refs, and NBA. Of course you got to stack your team because if you sitting there busting that shit down, how can they fucking fix it? How can they stop it? They gonna call an offensive foul on you for shooting a three. They can't. You reverse they fucking rules, you beat them, man. Man, I'm telling you.
But I just think that when you consider the size that exists with both LA teams, when you consider what Utah has at its disposal, when you consider the fact that Denver has arrived with the Joker and Jamal Murray and those boys, I just think at some point in time, that backcourt, it's not enough. And then when you try to compare that to Golden State, well, first of all, Golden State is the greatest shooting backcourt in the history of basketball.
But Portland, but this is the thing though. Portland is on a come, just like Memphis Grizzlies. They're both on a come up. It's like Portland is there, but they're trying to rebuild and still get vets at the same time and shit. Memphis is just rebuilding until them boys start winning and shit. That's when you know they for real. But they rebuilding and they, you know what I'm saying? I just hate when people like this, not him, but when people talk like this, it's like these kids is gonna come in and feel like they need to go cheat to win because they're not gonna get any man, I swear, if I can punch a lot of people in the face, not because I'm a violent dude, not because I think it's cool, if I can just punch people in the face to shut them up, this world would be a lot better. I got one of my friends sitting here. He called Dave. He was like, oh, why don't? He was like, I was like, Luka might be going to the Lakers next year and shit. According to the 401 dude, y'all know who y'all got it from. Not me. Y'all know who y'all heard it from. I'm just reciting where I heard it from. I ain't gonna give up the name though, but y'all know where y'all heard that first. It wasn't here, but I'm just saying what I heard somewhere else. That Luka was supposed to be going to the Lakers next year if possible. So he was like, what about, why don't they just get Damian Lillard? And they was like, Dame said he don't want to go play for no stupid stacked teams. This fool wants to sit here and say, oh, he wants to be a loser. And I was so tight, like I forgot the fuck I had to retort. I said, basically everybody don't want to be a bitch ass nigga like LeBron James on some real shit. They LeBron James fans who I'm talking to. Well, they ain't LeBron James fans, but they still think he. One is a Laker fan, so you got no choice but to like him. Still like him. The others a Ray Allen fan. Oh shit. Another's a Ray Allen fan. But you know, regardless, them niggas like and respect LeBron James and shit. Regardless of what they said and what the media be trying to throw at you, is fucking bullshit. Because you're taking away, you're discrediting people who's coming in trying to do it the right way. But because they didn't go be a bitch and stack with teams and shit, and because they want to grind and try to be that nigga, regardless if they win a ring or not, they you know what I'm saying, they still want the respect and all that, because they still grinded and try to make it happen, and with the achievements and accolades and shit. So it's like what these motherfuckers do on TV is just disrespectful, and it's fucking taken away from motherfuckers. Like, Dominique Wilkins ain't win a ring, but that motherfucker was a badass motherfucker. I'm only 31. Never seen Dominique Wilkins play. I never seen majority of these niggas play from back in the day. But I fucking did my research and know enough history on these niggas to realize these niggas is the truth. 31 years old. Do you think I ever seen fucking Wilt Chamberlain play? Bill Russell play? You fucking jocks. You LeBron James pepper grinders ain't seen none of them niggas play, but yet sit here and toss the shit in the face just to make Michael Jordan look bad. You sit here and say, well, Bill Russell has 11 rings. All right, tell me something great about Bill Russell then. These motherfuckers don't know shit. They can't say nothing. Who's Bill Russell teammates? They don't even fuck do shit. They don't know shit. They can't come outside unless they watch ESPN or Undisputed, so they can repeat the same ass shit and say it in your conversation when you at the ballpark playing ball. They gonna come in and try to do that stupid ass LeBron James shit and get they shit blocked. But anyways, so it's a lot of motherfuckers I ain't seen. Never seen Pistol Pete fucking play. Only seen him do an interview of how he dribbled. But because I heard him in the Curtis Blow, this is basketball rap and shit, I'm like, oh, Pistol Pete. And then I finally see who Pistol Pete is, but then I see this is why he's Pistol Pete. So I can only imagine individually his skill set and fundamentals. Nah. These LeBron James fans, what's a fucking joke, man.
What Utah has at its disposal, where you can Klay Thompson 6'7" and can defend, and so Portland with Dame and CJ can outscore most people, and they can drop buckets against anybody. But defensively, what are you going to be able to do? So I just look at them saying, one of those guys have to go.
They don't
to
have
get
to.
Big time assets in return for them. And even though I think that Terry Stotts knows basketball, he can coach it or whatever, there's something missing from him as a coach. You know, I've always said this to you too, Jay. When you look at Terry Stotts, he knows the game X's and O's. He's not going to have you unprepared.
Yeah.
But in terms of peeling that little something extra out of you to really maximize the potential that he has available to him, I've never seen that from Terry Stotts. He doesn't appear.
Now let's just say, honestly, as a Portland fan, all right, there's nothing I'm going to sit here and be biased of. So, as a Portland fan, let me answer that. He said there's something missing with Terry Stotts. Let's see. How about telling Dame and CJ to stop fucking jacking up every fucking shot and let's play some fucking team ball here? The fuck is this? Dame time. Hello? What? Dame time. Hey CJ, there you go. There we go. Yeah. And guess what? Most of the time, some days, this shit is going in, raining. When the playoffs comes, that shit, it ain't going, it don't. Playoff time comes, but that's when they used to face them other teams and shit. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot how the West, they ain't gonna be able to be doing that shit, man. Do you see Utah Jazz sitting here doing that stupid shit? Like, you can't sit here and just fucking shoot like Golden State That's Golden State Warriors thing. Another thing too, what sucks about the new eras and generation of it is that they got like fundamentally shit. They just gonna be taught different than what it was from back in the day. Because you got fucking centers and power forwards shooting threes. Back then, if you was a power forward or center, they set up plays for your ass to be doing that. You just can't go out there and just shoot the shit because you wanted to. But that was Golden State Warriors shit. Now they trying to switch it and have all these teams do the same shit. Whatever is nice. When LeBron James was never sitting here attempting threes like that, nor was he looking for players really to be busting threes like that until the Spurs was busting his ass like that. Don't talk. Notice he always gets somebody from the team that he lose. But no, tell Terry Stotts to stop fucking letting CJ and Dame jack up every fucking shot. That's all they do. While you got the rest of the dudes that's gonna do their thing and shit. That's the only thing missing. Fucking spread the ball. Man, I can see Phil Jackson, Pat Riley, Larry Brown. I can even see Mike Brown losing his mind. I can see all these coaches from back then. I can see Duke's, is it Duke or North Carolina? I forgot the dude's name. I can see the dude that normally does the Olympics, the coach. I can see him losing his damn mind because everybody's jacking up these shots.
Appear to me to be that.
Oh my God, dude. These fucking dumbass ads.
At some point in time, the Blazers are going to have to look at that.
SA, with how loaded the West is, with LeBron James obviously being their AD, with what's happening with the Clippers and Kawhi and PG, Phoenix Suns number 2 in the West, Denver Nuggets, they're always coming with Jokic. Do you believe Steph Curry will win another championship in Golden State?
Yes. If he's an upgrade from Steph Curry being an I am.
This part right here is what I wanted to talk about too.
Let's stay out west, man. Right now, you got to deal with CP3 and the Phoenix Suns. They sitting at number 2, the number 2 seed right now. Are they for real to the point where they going, all right, well, then I don't need to finish. You already got one.
No. Devin Booker is a star. CP3 is an incredible leader. I can't say enough about Monty Williams and his coaching staff and how great of a job that they have done and how he's resurrected that franchise. Sarver owes him the world. Let me be very clear about that. But I will tell you this, even though they're an elite defensive team, top 5 as well, what I would say to you about the Phoenix Suns is that I think that they're relatively young and they're missing a couple of pieces to really get over the hump. And when we in terms of us...
Now, this is what I didn't like about this, how they just quick to dismiss. Now, Keyshawn just asked the man, do you think the Suns are for real? No. Like, they're number 2 for a reason. So, with that logic being said, that means just because the Lakers was just because LeBron James, whatever team he's on, and it's at number 1 or 2, that doesn't mean that they're really official because blah. Like, so that means I can clearly sit here and say, well, Lakers ain't shit even if they're number 1 seed. They ain't shit. That don't mean they about to win it because they number 1. I don't like that because the Suns, I don't know, man. I wish I had a professional ball player who got a mask up and wear the screen voice so nobody fucking knows or can, like, detect who that is and just tell y'all the fucking truth on shit. Because there's lots of shit going on. And thick shit at the same time. You dig? Like, this shit is some cheating shit really going on here. I mean, y'all just heard about the reporter, right? Who ain't have LeBron James in his top 5 for MVP candidate, and how they kicked this nigga off the vote and whatever the shit is. The reporters, they kicked him off. They kicked him out the room and all this shit. Like, you gotta switch in this and that. But on some real shit, if LeBron James, where the fuck's MVP number 1? It ain't gotta be him. Even if it was Joel Embiid, let's just use him so we can just get off LeBron James' nutsack for a minute. Even if it was Joel Embiid, if Ben Simmons went away and Joel Embiid is out there and them motherfuckers won 1 game out of 7, like, for that week alone, is that nigga an MVP right now? Just for that week alone. He ain't, regardless of his numbers though, but ain't none of that shit helping the team win. Like, normally your stats and shit supposed to go with the W. Now if you lose and you got them triple doubles in this and that, it's like, all right, These motherfuckers celebrating this motherfucker 22 points triple-double shit. You notice them shits is starting to decline, right? But TV, they ain't gonna want to expose you like that. This shit is like the new world order. Like how y'all sit here and say conspiracies with the governments and shit. What makes you think these sports shits ain't fucking? Y'all quick to sit here and say Tom Brady shit was fucking fixed. It's in Tampa Bay. How all of a sudden the Tampa Bay motherfucking Dallas was the fucking Super Bowl was in Dallas. And these motherfuckers almost made it there too, but they clumsy as hell. Tom Brady ain't, like, for OG like Tom Brady, him just signing that fucking 4-year deal, or 2 more, whatever the fuck, just signing more. He is so educated, because he done been through it all, but still have the energy to be 500 and better, not cry like a bitch, make no name motherfuckers better, take a no-name brand shoe and make it $500. All right, you can take anybody. NFL is not trying to push Brady. They want this motherfucker out. So that shit that y'all think that LeBron James is doing is just purity off. It's just natural gas. Y'all think that shit is just pure natural? No. Motherfuckers is tearing down legends to make one motherfucker look good, and y'all think NFL want Tom Brady to retire just so they can keep pushing his bum Aaron Rodgers, and now the new bum. Who the new bum? That Patrick Mahomes shit. Like, you see, he lost. He got whooped by, out of 3 years, got whooped by Brady twice. Super Bowl and before the Super Bowl. Last year, because Tom Brady ain't make it, that's why they won. And that Super Bowl, I'll speak about it another time. But I'm just saying, y'all like to talk about governments and conspiracies. Y'all don't think the NBA ain't conspiracy? The NBA, a.k.a. WWE, a.k.a. LeBron James and John Cena, the NBA is probably more fixed than the NFL. And I've seen fixed shit in the NFL. But the NBA is probably more scripted with this bullshit. And really, the refs is the ones who the players can't determine it. Players can only play they play. It's the refs who's going to fucking swallow whistles or blow the whistle at your ass. And as you see, this motherfucker takes 5 Humpty Dumpty steps every time. The motherfucker has no fundamental on some real shit. Some real nigga shit. Yo, on some real nigga shit. The nigga has no fundamentals, no footwork, no handles. He can pass the ball, okay, cool. He can't create space. This is me watching for years. This ain't me just fucking talking shit. Fucking airballing. Airballing at the free throw line. Traveling. Turnovers. All that shit. And they still sit here and try to prompt him over people who has those skill sets. This shit is more, y'all believe what y'all want to believe, all right? It's hard to it's hard to really tell the truth on some shit that you've been watching, and motherfuckers just assume you a hater because you don't like that person. Like, I can keep it fair if there was fairness. There's no fairness. These niggas is not, like, they, look at it. They already want the Nets and Sixers. They really wanted Giannis and the Sixers to be in the fucking conference and go. They really want Giannis and the Bucks to go to the finals, right? But now, since the Nets is there and the Bucks ain't playing like they used to, Bucks is out now. Now they want the Nets and Sixers because they're the 2 top draws in there. They want to see who's gonna do what. For the West, it's gonna be late. They want Lakers and Clippers. The refs is the ones who fucking swallows the fucking whistle when it comes to this nigga. They'll try to throw you off by saying he charged or LeBron James fucking traveled. They'll call like them little joints once in a while, and them the ones where he crying say, yeah, I've been doing this for all this time, and they just now want to call it. So what have I been doing wrong? I don't know, man. I'll let y'all go, man. All right, because I can't take this, and I want to talk about something else that's disturbing me when it comes to some quarterback who ain't done nothing but won some